everyone, today we're here and we're making hummus. Hummus is one of my favorite go-to healthy snacks. For the past 4 months, basically, I haven't made my own hummus because the kitchen's been a mess, we moved, I've been buying it from Trader Joe's, but last week I started making my own again, and honestly, it's so much better and healthier when you make it yourself. You can get some pretty decent store brands like Sabra or Trader Joe's, but I just really prefer making my own hummus. So what I did to prepare for making this hummus, I took a pack of dried beans, a 16-ounce pack, and I soaked it for about 3 hours. The reason why I soak it is because it quickens the cooking time, it helps preserve the nutrients, it also makes it easier to digest, and it helps it cook more evenly. So after 3 hours of it soaking, you just throw it in a bowl like this and you just leave it. I came home, we went running, came home, not for 3 hours though, we didn't run for 3 hours. I put it in a big pot on the stove and cooked it, and it only needed about a half hour to cook since it soaked for so long. So right now, I put it in a cold water bath, and these are totally cooked. So what you can do after, there's 2 things you can do. The first thing is you can just leave it as is, drain it, and put it in your food processor. The second thing you can do is you can actually go through and you can pop the shells off of each chickpea. So it's gonna come apart like this. And then you would just put it back and do some. The reason why you do this is because when you make hummus, it makes it way creamier when you take the shells off. So it's a pretty tedious task, so I usually do about half and then get lazy and not care anymore. So I've already gone through and taken about half the shells off, and I'm just gonna leave the rest because I don't have all day to stand here and take the shells off the hummus. So usually I make 2 or 3 different varieties of hummus. Sometimes I'll make a traditional hummus, which I'm gonna do today. Sometimes I'll do roasted pepper hummus or sun-dried tomato hummus, olive hummus, garlic hummus. Today I am just making traditional hummus because this is what I have on hand. One of my biggest tips to making your own food is to use what you have and don't stress out about making elaborate recipes if you don't have the ingredients. So today I only have the ingredients, like I said, for a basic traditional hummus, and that's what I'm gonna do. So this ends up being about 3.5–4 cups of chickpeas. So I'm just making one big batch, and this usually lasts my husband and I about a week, but we're really big hummus lovers. So another thing, I don't have fresh lemons, but this is lemon juice squeezed from fresh lemons, so I'm gonna use this. I'm making it work. I'm not stressing out that I don't have fresh lemons. I do have fresh basil, so I'm using that. I have crushed garlic from Trader Joe's, so I'm using this. It's really easy, already peeled and crushed for you, so very little work. Then I have my fresh salt and pepper grater and olive oil. This is all you need to make hummus with just a little bit of water. And like I said, I love making hummus because it's a very healthy snack. It gives you some protein. You have the healthy fats from olive oil, and oh yes, this is tahini, which is ground up sesame seeds. It's super easy, super healthy, and mostly everyone loves it. So I'm using about a tablespoon of crushed garlic. So this would be about 2 or 3 garlic cloves. Instead of traditional, it's actually gonna probably be a little bit garlicky because we do like garlic. So I've used about 2 tablespoons of the garlic. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons fresh lemon juice. Well, not fresh, kind of fresh. And then I'm gonna put 1/4 cup of olive oil in it, which is all I have, so it has to work. It ends up being just a touch less. Mini spatula, one of my most favorite kitchen tools ever. And then before I put the dressing, I'm just gonna process this first. Once the hummus or the chickpeas start to come up the sides, I open it and then I just scrape down the sides and put it all back in. So at this point, I'm gonna add about like 6 leaves basil. Just stick it in, really kind of just press it in with the spatula. And I'll add some salt and pepper also at this point. You can add this to your own taste. We're also big fans of salt and pepper here, so I'm gonna use a generous amount. So now I'm gonna use the top to the food processor, and I'm gonna fill it up to about 1 cup, and then just add it slowly. You want to make sure you're using filtered water, but we already have a whole house filter, so I'm just using that. And I poured in about half a cup so far. I'm going to scrape down the sides again. Then I'm going to cover the top with my hand, or you could use a towel so it doesn't fly out. So you can see the hummus is creamy. At this point, it's still not done. I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and I'm also at this point gonna add the 2 tablespoons of tahini. Tahini is totally optional. You don't have to add it. It adds a little bit extra healthy fat, and I like the nuttiness that it gives to the hummus. So I like to put about 2 tablespoons in. You could put more, you could put less, you could totally leave it out, whatever you like. That's also the good thing about hummus. If you make it yourself, you could make it completely according to your own taste. And you don't have to worry about messing it up, because it's very hard to mess up. So I'm going to add the rest of the cup of water also, and we'll see how that goes. I'm eating these right now with Mary's Gone crackers, but I also love them with any tortilla chips, Food Should Taste Good chips, rice chips, pop chips, anything. These are what I have in my pantry right now. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you make hummus, be sure to send me a pic.